Wrap, 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 wrap it up.
Folks, how are you doing? It's Wrap It Up, and we're looking at every paint scheme coming up for the big town of Indy. They're going to drive around in circles for 400 or so miles, right?
Yes.
Is it miles, kilometers? People started getting tricky with some of this stuff, and some of the races have numbers that aren't miles.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's just laps.
Yeah, it's just
they just count whatever they want.
Yeah, just as long as you have a big number back there, I don't guess it really matters, does it?
Yeah, we're going to start doing kilometers when NASCAR goes electric, though.
Well, yeah, there you go, right?
Because the cars can't handle miles.
That's right. They can't process it with their computer brains. Yeah. You know who's driving the pace car this week?
Who?
The man himself, Big Rick.
Is he really?
Ooh, get him out there. 40th anniversary. Dominant Rick.
Yeah.
We're going to look at every car just like this last week's winner's car.
We are back at the Brickyard.
Right.
The Brickyard, not the road course.
Right. The Brickyard. And you got this man tearing up the series, coming alive, trying to make a run now for 2 championships. We're going to look at it all, folks. Hold with us. We're going to take care of this business. We'll be right back with you, babies. Oh, it is good to see all of you. How you doing out there? The bass are biting. Oh, yeah. Get them bases a biting. I tell you what.
Oh, man. So Ford and Penske were just holding back early in the year, huh?
Right. They're coming alive now. Ford's on the domination station super train taking off.
Keselowski's got a win this year. Who else? All 3 Penske drivers. Yeah. This guy's got 2. What other Ford drivers found the front, the victory circle?
I hadn't even thought about it. Was this guy on it? No, because there he is dominating. Man, I can't even think. I guess that's it for the Fords.
This guy didn't have anything for the 12 at the end of the race.
He did not. And I'm happy about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm just show my bias, but that's okay. I'm biased. I would rather the 12 win than the 11, I hate to tell you.
Not much to say here about this scheme.
That
is what the show's about, right?
It's about paint schemes usually. You know, this one's it's pretty typical. They got big money over there cutting your hair. You know, hair cutting, free business. You keep growing the hair, and they cut it.
How about this guy? Another week in a row, no, 2 weeks in a row, just up front.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Getting live, baby.
Yes, you know what money he's got, don't you?
Here comes the money.
Maybe he comes alive at the right time. Maybe it's his turn to win a cup over at the Hendrick stable. He wants all the boys to get one.
We've talked about this before on the show, but
go ahead, tell us again.
You think with, I don't know if it was before, or maybe it was before Chicago or the week of Chicago. You think they just, Chad Knaus has been on this pit box a little more? Do you think they just started shifting some resources and time?
Maybe they've been doing the test things, and one of them came alive. I don't know, you know. But I'd look for it as strong as he is right now.
80-some winless race streak he snapped at Chicago?
80.
But he's telling people, you know, I can still do it. I can still race.
Absolutely. You know, the weird thing about that, and here's one of his buddies who, right behind him, who I really thought had a bigger shot. Honestly, I think this guy might have a great shot this weekend. This track, just in my mind, the 24. I'm wearing a 24 shirt. This is the last Jeff Gordon win right here shirt. I was there, 2014. Oh, my gosh.
So,
the 24 car in Indy, in my mind, just,
when
get it going.
When were we last at the Brickyard Oval?
Before last year?
Well, we weren't at the Oval last year.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
What year was the last race on the Oval? I know it's not been with the next gen car.
Yeah, I want to say it's 4 years, but I'm not sure on that. Anybody know in the comments? Anybody got the internet? You're watching this on the internet. We should know these facts. When was the 400 cycle?
I like the Valvoline when Hendrick pulls it out, though.
Yeah, it's true. What about the, you like the other oil out of the ground? You got Valvoline, you got Pennzoil. They're making just so much oil.
I love it.
Do the oil schemes affect you when you go to the store?
Nobody ain't nobody calling.
Like, you think, okay, which brand of oil am I going to buy to put in my truck? Do you...
I try to go to the same one just to be consistent what's running in the engine.
Yeah.
Mobile one is a preference of mine.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a particular reason you picked that, or did the truck come with it?
It has the cool packaging.
Okay. There you go. But You're saying none of the Fords or Kevin Harvick or anybody influenced that purchase?
Definitely not.
Okay. Good to know. 2019, Matt's saying online that's when the yard switched up. That makes sense. That'd be
Yes.
before COVID, so yeah, that makes sense. This man right here, I'm telling you what, look at him. He'll come in like a thief. He's dressed for it, ready to go.
Yes.
He'll show up and steal a win. Do not think that he won't.
Talented race car driver right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your professional opinion for it.
So
You got any more comments on him?
no, we haven't said much about any paint scheme yet so
Well,
far.
we're seeing some of the same things. I'm just holding it back for,
I mean,
when I see the one that just blows my
what-
mind. I'm,
what did
I'm
he-
saving the wrap of the week.
What scheme did he run this past Sunday?
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you. It
Your-
wasn't this one.
Your mind's not sharp
My
tonight,
mind-
Dr. Hurd.
Listen,
You okay tonight?
it is summer, and we're
You-
getting ready to
you-
head back to the
Jobs to the
jobs coming up. And I'm just trying to let my brain rest a little bit, and the season's about to take this 2-week break. My brain's just like,
Hey, someone said they think it was 2019
Yeah,
last
we just talked about that.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
And we're not.
You're asking about my mind tonight. We just talked about. I mentioned his name. I said it. And you're like,
sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, okay.
Sorry. I just
Maybe we both need some
just,
sleep. Okay.
This looks like Halloween to me.
Well, black and orange.
Bodyguard.
Nothing
What is
wrong with it.
bodyguard?
It's like on your body, like they guard it. No.
Is he going to hire one?
you know what?
this
I
weekend?
didn't know
is
what-
Is Brad K going to hire a
I
bodyguard?
didn't know what bodyguard was, but I honestly forgot.
You're not on it tonight.
I am not. He's ran this a couple times. It is a product though that goes with from Fastenal. It's one of their things.
Fastenal.
Yeah.
That sounds like Tylenol.
All. Great job. All right.
Whoa.
What about Truex? It does look like it would make that sound. The hood.
It
doesn't
does.
It?
It does. Hey, did you hear this guy? This guy's retiring.
Yeah, a couple dozen times I've heard about that. You hear who's getting his car?
Yeah, little guy named Chase Elliott.
Oh, you're all caught up now, everybody. Oh, look
you
here.
know, hey, you know Suarez used to be in that car.
In the 9 car?
Yeah, no,
The 19 car. Yeah, I remember that.
But it's not this Chase going in there. I said
Right.
Chase Elliott, but it's Chase Briscoe.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Dang. How many races has it been since Chase won? Somebody said it in the post show, like Dale Jarrett,
Well,
I
it's
think.
not many.
Since Chase Elliott won?
He won this year, didn't he? Already.
Wait a minute. Yes.
He
But
did.
how many has it been? There was a number. I had a point to this number.
Well, it can't be
You
that
derailed
many.
my whole thing. This show is a
It's
catastrophe.
got to be like 10
Oh.
or something, maybe.
Well, I don't know. Now I forget it. Now you've ruined the whole thing. I'm. Money. That brings me back.
You know what he's got? He's got that Rick money, you know?
Well, he's got AAA. He's stealing him a little bit from over at. Rick is a straight gangster. Maybe that's why they're running the white. Maybe that's the Hendrick
Yes.
gang color. AAA. That's normally a 22 sponsor. They're
Yeah,
gaining
and
a little money
speaking of
there.
sponsors, we got one.
Well, do we?
Yes.
Okay,
let's take a break.
break.
Let's hear a break from our sponsor.
Okay. Well, have you ever even contacted these folks at White Blaze
Yes,
Outdoors and talked to them about their
yes.
fine products? What
Yes,
did they
I
tell you
have.
when you talked to them?
They say, you want to see the fine mountains of this place?
What'd you say?
I said, sure. And they said, we'll take you on the highs and lows of the mountains and
Sounds
valleys.
like it was an easy thing to do.
It was.
It was an easy transaction.
White Blaze.
They made it possible for you very easily, it seems like.
Yes.
Well, listen, we've developed just last week a new program with them.
They got a phone number and a website.
They do. And if you call or go on there, we have developed a discount code for them. Like all the big podcasts got the discount codes for their sponsors. So for ours, you just call and immediately, first thing, discount code, just say, wrap it up, jackass, right into the phone as soon as they answer. Don't wait for them to, as soon as they say White Blaze Outdoors, you just say, wrap it up, jackass, code activated right then.
Oh, okay.
It's a very small discount.
Interesting.
Yeah. So keep
Very.
that in mind. That's something they're willing to do for the people. Rick's involved. It's going all haywire. Give White Blaze a call. We give them a hard time.
Yes, like
But-
you do me all the time.
But they're a great sponsor that absolutely needs your money in a terrible, terrible way. Speaking of people who need your money, here's the 23 car. I don't know why he needs your money. The Air Force needs your money. Yeah, the Air Force needs money, right?
Wasn't
Sure.
how
He's ran
much-
this once this year.
Okay.
Okay.
But there was at one point a lot of military branches that sponsored all together.
Yeah.
And then didn't they just pull them all back at once?
They had a congressional meeting about that and stopped it. That's why it stopped. National Guard stopped sponsoring Junior when they did.
Yeah.
That was the push. I'm not sure how it came back around that Air Force was able to do this though, because the other ones were told they couldn't do it. So I can't remember the exact details at this moment. But I will
was
tell
there a
you,
chance that when Bubba was in the 43 car that Air Force was on that one a couple times?
It was. They followed him over from the 43 car. The 43 car had the Air Force already when Eric Almirola was in it before that. And so Bubba brought him with him, though. I'll tell you, I went and got some oil, put in the van I'm building. I'm going to put a video up about this van I've built for over a year that we're going to take to races, that we do take to races now. And I asked for the Castrol Edge. That's why I brought up the oil question to you earlier.
Yeah, I've used Castrol too.
I saw it and I said, Chris Busher says I need that one. Give it to me. I
This
paid
is a-
extra to get it. So Chris Busher,
This
you
is
owe me
a-
money.
This is a great looking scheme this week.
Oh, you think he's a melon smoker? Would you say that? Is it just the green and the red, the fire of watermelon colors? Is that what makes you
So he's in the bottom 3 of that playoff cutoff there.
17?
Yeah.
Well, that's more reason for him to win.
So you got Bubba's right there. You've got Chastain and Busher, I think.
No, not last week, but the previous 2 weeks, the people who were on the bubble won the race. The bubble, not the Bubba, won the race. So last week,
Yeah.
that would have been the 17, though, and that didn't work out. But look who is halfway back in the field, and no one even cares at this point. It's the 20 car.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the 20 car run a race, Jordan?
I've seen him win a few. He's got 3 wins this year.
But does he have them in the Ream paint scheme? Do you remember? Since you're on a paint scheme show, since you're giving me a hard time about
well-
remembering, do you remember how many of them were in the Ream scheme that he's won this year?
No, I don't.
I
All
don't
of them?
either. So, no, I think he won one in Ream. That's what I want to say. One of them was red, and I don't remember why. Or maybe that's last year. Maybe
That
we
was a
don't know
Craftsman.
anything. You're right. That was Craftsman. He had a red
He
special.
won the rain tire race in New Hampshire. Which one was that? That might have been the Ream.
I'm trying to think what you're talking about, but I don't remember. Nope. I can't remember. Let's just move on. And look what they're
but
doing since
I've-
he didn't get to drive it at during the 600 week, and since he drove the Indy car, they're going to run this again, the special,
Well,
just
listen,
announced today
The
before we went on air.
literally probably
Breaking news.
hundreds of laps he's got at Indy,
Yes.
and the way that he just drives a car and anything he gets in, I think this plays a huge role. I think he wins the race.
Oh my God!
Well, don't make all your picks
So,
just yet.
I'm sorry.
But it's,
Maybe I'll
it's up
change my
there.
pick based
Well,
on
maybe
pace
you
game.
will, maybe you won't.
I just think that the extra time on the oval, cars are very different,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps him.
Let me ask you this. Do you think there was any influence in driving this scheme here again because a lot of people had bought merchandise and die casts and things that of a car he never got to get in because
Yeah, well, I mean,
Justin Allgaier, you think it was just
why
a-
would money have anything to do with it?
You're right. But it's Rick. Rick can do whatever he wants. He's got too much money. He's straight gangsta, remember? Look at him. He throws up the 303 sign. Man.
This is giving me vibes of the old throwback 33 Quaker steak.
Quaker steak.
Not steak, state.
State? That's another oil. It's all about oil.
I know,
today.
but does this not remind you of that car?
Sort of.
The
I mean,
33,
it's the green.
throwback.
There's only so many just solid green cars, back in the day. In the Skull Bandit 33.
Mhm.
There's a lot of that. People don't like to drive green cars. You know that? It's considered amongst race drivers as an unlucky car to drive a green car.
Well,
Kyle Busch got his championship.
just for the color this
There
week.
you go.
It's your reptilian of the week.
That makes sense. Good
So-
call. Good call. Yeah, they'll
There's
sneak
that.
up on you. Hey, High Point, they're just lining up all of their sponsorship right in a roll here. They were on there last week. They're back again. It's like a
you think any Haas sponsors are getting discounts at this point?
oh yeah. Well, how could it be possible that Overstock hasn't got a discount? They just show up this year, and all of a sudden, there's no way they're paying $4 billion. I mean,
Take
Yeah.
a look.
they got a lot of stuff.
What was there at least?
Motherload.
Was there at least one race where all 4 had Overstock on it, or 3 of the 4 maybe?
Yeah, we've had 3 of the 4. We haven't had all 4, though. They're saving that for Phoenix, probably, to really cap off the year.
Yeah,
Get those rest of these dollars in. There's your boy. Look at him.
Daniel
In his primary.
Suarez.
You think he's going to get any win action anywhere close before the playoffs happen?
I don't know.
Or even during the playoffs? Are you saying the Atlanta was a fluke and he's done for the year?
He's not showed out very well since that
Ooh.
win. He's locked into the playoffs. Obviously, bottom of those playoff standings when they'll be reseeded, I believe.
So you think he goes
But
out to 16?
If
Him in the 2?
if he continues this road, yes,
That's true.
it's unfortunate.
They're going to make
but
all
true.
4 of them.
So
Ziegler, the young man in the Ziegler car,
yeah,
77.
Carson
Hocevar. They're saying he needs a lot of learning, but he's really good. And I see him being good all day long. He's a good boy, constantly getting good finishes. And for to be the limited time that he's been in NASCAR, this guy might be something serious in a couple of years down the road.
Yeah.
Spire may be building something that actually shows up in like 3 or 4 years. Could be nuts.
Yeah, or they just turn around and sell their charters in a couple years.
They could, because it's an investment firm, all the Gamebridge people, and they're just trying to make money. You're absolutely right.
Here comes the money.
Oh, speaking of just money leaking out of your eyes,
He's a better man than I am. I wanted to cry. Wanted to cry.
I tell you what, lucky man here got him a win at New Hampshire. Actually, he's not lucky. He had a good race.
Chicago.
Not Chicago. He did win Chicago.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Justin said last week he thinks this is a definite call for elimination in the first round. What do you think?
Yeah. That win was definitely a fluke because of
You would bet your house
it
on
was,
it?
It was a money move.
Money move. You love the money. Speaking of more money. Oh, yeah. Bring the boats in, baby.
Oh, speaking
Gamebridge.
of, so this is where Rodney Childers will be going.
Yeah.
Like they're like
Did
you
not
said,
see that coming.
They're investing a lot into LaJoy. This is obviously the main car at Spire.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yes.
with that that being said, though, LaJoy, 250 some starts in the series, has finished 4th twice. If
Yeah.
you can't do better than 4th in 250 some starts, is Rodney going to get the job done?
He was really good in ARCA.
So, yeah, somebody's a LaJoy fan.
No, he doesn't like LaJoy, I think. That's what, yeah. That's
Hey.
Austin. Austin knows he has good taste. He's an 18 fan. I know this.
Okay.
Listen, the 7 here is Gamebridge on it because he don't have a sponsor. But also, if they were ever going to run Gamebridge, apparently Gamebridge is based in Indiana. So this is like a hometown deal for them. So
Well, don't they have a
Spire's
lot
gonna be
invested
like,
in the?
"Oh."
Don't they have a lot invested in the Indy series?
I don't know. They
think
do. They have
do.
like 3 cars they sponsor, but I don't know like what their
Well, that's a
investment
lot
ratio-
of money.
Well, probably. You're probably
Ask
right.
Overstock about that.
It's true, but I think they're getting it for free. I think they're just getting a
Yeah.
shipping discount.
What is this?
This is?
They got Caitlin Clark on this thing.
Caitlin Clark on the hood.
How did? Oh my goodness!
Now, first of all, which one's better on the hood?
Do you know-
Caitlin Clark or the Morgan and Morgan guy?
you know what this company is, don't you?
It's trading cards.
It is trading cards
and they've sponsored people like
and like trading stickers.
Kaz
and
Grella.
stuff.
Was it Kaz Grella? No,
Kaz
maybe
Grella.
they sponsored Kaz Grella, but Gray Galding. Remember that they used to sponsor him when he'd show up in some
Oh.
crap, like an off
I
number.
mean, the scheme's not bad. I don't.
It's not bad.
I don't like the.
It's also not good.
the basketball player on the.
Well, it will. I'm a proponent of. It's odd having a person. Oh, it's that bad, is it? Oh, okay, sure.
I mean,
I just like if you're going to hit somebody, having a picture of somebody on the hood kind of makes it cool. You know, oh, they hit him right in the face. Remember when Corey LaJoy had his whole entire face on the front end? That was a good-looking car.
yeah, that was
For that
that
reason.
was interesting though.
It
yeah,
was.
I don't know. Yeah, I could see Caitlin Clark though playing for the Indiana Fever now. She's viral in
I
the
didn't even know Indiana had a.
Indiana Fever, the
Yes, I didn't-
WNBA team.
You watching WNBA now?
I don't, but she's viral. So
Well, of course. Why is she viral?
Because she's the best college
Is
player
she?
to come out in a long
I heard
time.
something like that. I don't know why we're talking about this on the NASCAR show, but like there were some other people that were better than her
Well, maybe that's the case, but
with better stats, but she got all the press.
Well, how about this guy right
Oh
here?
my gosh!
Almendinger.
Oh no, this is bad. This is the worst rap in the history of the entire earth right here. Look at it. This is basic.
Yeah.
Look how just plain bland it is.
This guy won on the road course 2 years ago. Does that help him at all?
This is drawn by a child. No.
Does that help him at all?
It helps him to understand the front stretch and the curve, but the rest of it, no. I don't see no repeat. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, I don't think it's going to happen. It's if it does, it'll be shocking to me. Okay, should have been a laugh track there. That's where you're supposed to be on the laugh track. You're
sorry, I don't.
Man,
I'm
you
not
just
on laugh track.
Oh, you're so down
phew.
today. 51 Fraternity Order Eagle Head Eagle.
This sponsor has followed Justin Haley a bit.
Yeah,
for really a number of years.
Yeah, I wonder how much they pay for this. I wonder because I mean these clubs, it couldn't be that much to be a member of one of these things, right?
Nope.
Like a Moose Club type thing. I mean, it's got to be a lot of money, right?
Yep.
The yellow makes you think. Contact us.
Meat.
Listen, here's what we're going to do with the meat line, Jordan, this week. I'm going to show you something new, okay? This week, we had an idea, and we're going to play a little thing called head-to-head. And what's going to happen with the meat line is we're going to compare two drivers, okay? And you, the viewer, take those stats. We're going to go through every driver in history, okay? So we have just randomly picked two drivers that have run Cup races, okay? No particular order, no particular reason why we picked these two Cup drivers, okay? And you call and tell us why one's better than the other. So here's the new segment, driver head-to-head. Let's take a look at who we got this week. We've got Dick Trickle versus Slick Johnson. Now, which one of these two do you think had the better career? Dick Trickle, 36 top 10s, one pole. Slick Johnson, not even that great by standards. He had 7 Cup top 10s. He did die at Daytona in 1990 in a car wreck. Tragically. They're both passed away. Historical drivers. Jordan, you have
no wins?
Well, no.
For either one?
I listed how many top 10s they had. They didn't even have top 5s.
Oh.
I said we're doing every driver, right? So we got some drivers that don't have all the stats. But listen,
you know what though? We should have opened a pack of cards and just picked 2 from the cards.
Well, maybe we will at some point. Maybe that's a good idea.
So
these guys were racing right at that time, though. So maybe we'll see something about him. Slick was more of a he's more of like an ARCA driver, as where Dick Trickle actually probably has won more actual races in all of America than anybody else who's ever existed. He just couldn't win Cup
more
races.
Than Sam Ard.
Definitely. Like I'm talking like Cobras and things like that. Listen,
if y'all could have seen Aaron's face when I asked him that question, it was priceless. And here's something that's not worth a whole lot. Speaking of priceless,
right? I don't know what to think about this. And I've seen it before, and it still stuns me. It takes my breath when it comes on the TV.
Can you? What is this sponsor?
Syntex. It's a tool brand of electrical tools, like Craftsman or Milwaukee, type stuff. I think it's on the cheaper end, probably going against Craftsman. You probably could dig a grave with it. Talking about SVU. Oh, let's look one more. Hey, Horizon Hobby's back for the first time this year.
Last year's winner at this track. Although we were on the road course.
He he had Horizon Hobby last year, didn't he? At this race. That was the scheme he won in.
This one?
Yes.
That's why it's coming back.
Have you been to Horizon Hobby Town?
No.
Well, you got a big statement about their money and how they're garbage. Here's something that's garbage.
They're getting ready to I know. Circle is on this car because they're getting ready to run in a circle.
Oh,
on Sunday.
Man, it's all come together now. I'm just going to move on. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
You know what?
You know who it is?
This Cody wearing the 51. Look out on pit road.
Cody wearing the 15 this week.
Oh, wow.
Back to back.
He's not going to get any other attention. Got to get that paint scheme on.
He's been in the Jacobs, because Jacobs is just like a free one, but he's got a real sponsor here with Zima?
Zima?
It's always local Something, something.
Always local, always free.
Well,
Always.
how are they making money?
I don't know.
What is it? Do you know what it is? You need to sound a warning. When
Is
it's
it-
always
is
local and
it-
always free, there's something going on.
Is it Zima coolers?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting paint scheme, though. I kind of dig it. It's got some
kind of cool.
It's got them early '90s vibes.
It
you know?
definitely.
those colors.
It kind of reminds me of the City Chevrolet.
Kinda, right? Yeah, I can see that yellow. Yeah, right.
The
This is
logo
pretty
on
hot,
the hood.
honestly. Rick Ware's been showing up with a couple schemes. You got to give it to Rick Ware.
Well,
He's done something with his life,
He's got to do something in NASCAR,
right? Well, his son ain't going to, so we'll just move on from that.
Bell
Speaking
Bond-
of somebody's
some-
son,
Someone said it was a Bell Bond company.
is it really a Bell Bonds company?
No, they're just saying.
Always local. I wouldn't doubt it. Always local, always free. I mean, Cody Ware, right? He needs Bell Bonds.
Monster Energy.
How's Cody Ware made any other contacts other than being in jail?
Yeah, you're right.
That's
That
a great
15
point.
that 15 car does remind you of an IMSA car.
Yes, that's what I was feeling.
No.
No.
So this guy right here, another
guy.
week,
Another
just
week.
runs up front and can't seal the deal. Just
Just, I don't know. I don't know what he's got going on, but it ain't good. Papa needs a win.
Oh, my God.
Oh, here's the John Hunter Nemechek car. It's invisible this week, apparently.
wow.
Jimmy refuses to show anyone anything. I started to have AI make it, but I was hopeful that they would make error with us being here. But it's probably going to be blue and white because he runs this. It's the fire alarm company that he runs in the 20 car in Xfinity, so it's going to look like it. You know, more crap like that.
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
Speaking of, though, he's in the race this weekend.
Who, 42?
Jimmy.
Jimmy is. He's coming up. We got a
So-
car for him. Speaking of other people who are going to run at the back, here's the 71 car. Oh, this man over here is hard to impress. That's a joke right there.
Yes.
We're just flying.
Zane.
This is comedic excellence happening over here, and you stone faced on me. Like I just, I'm gonna have to go to one of
Sorry,
these.
I'm locked in.
One of these treatment facilities, and for
Locked-
depression, the way you're just
Locked in.
shutting me down this
Um,
week. What about this?
Unsponsored.
Kinda, yeah.
With all the chips falling the way they have,
Mm-hmm.
well, let's see.
Mm.
Josh Berry has a ride for next year.
Yes, sir.
So does Noah now after
Yes,
this
sir.
week.
Yes, sir.
Chase has a ride. So is this the one driver that stays at Haas?
I think
Because
maybe,
Haas has been on this car more than anybody.
right. I think that, but also he goes down to Xfinity.
Maybe switches with Cole Custer.
I think that's what happens. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happens.
You're probably right.
I probably am.
Wow, this is out of nowhere.
This is
21
Driver?
coming out with a different paint scheme.
Did they run this last year? 43 had this the year before last. Maybe no. 43 had this last year, and maybe the 21 stole it.
Driver.
I like it.
Driver.
I remember when it was on the 43, Justin absolutely hated it. It might have been my wrap of the week that week. That was last season, though. Why would I remember that? Who knows? But I think it's cool. I like the simpleness of it. This is maybe I'll say this.
Is simpleness a word or is it simplicity?
Well, it depends on what context you use it in.
It's Bristol, baby.
You're absolutely right about that. But I'm going to say this. This is my favorite 21 scheme of the year so far.
That's fair because it's the only different 21 paint
Right.
scheme of the year.
Pretty much, yep. Oh, here comes the big man.
Oh, I kind of like this. Oh,
It's
I like that though.
it is. It's cool.
They've had kind of this before, but
They had it last year. They had a Cheddar's Patriotic, and they're going to do it again. I think it's cool. I like it. Man, I really wish, as an 8 fan, that the 8 car would do well, but
Dylan. You son
the
of
people
a...
running the company are holding him back. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think of all the years that what is it?
You never
19
thought.
years. 19 years of the win streak.
Yeah,
It could be over.
tying Richard Petty.
It could be over.
Yeah, that's really what I think everybody's worried about because there's no redoing that. There's no Oh well, we'll start all over, right?
And
So-
so, in your opinion, what is Kyle's best track?
Bristol, I guess.
Bristol. So I think if you're RCR and you care about your driver,
Oh yeah, I mean they're gonna.
you got right now.
He's had some bad luck there.
Right now,
couple
I mean, the only
things,
way he gets in now
He
is
needs
winning,
some of this.
winning, right?
I only meant to hit one of those buttons. as a.
But you got both.
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't mean to hit either one of them. I meant to hit.
This is not.
Yeah, that's not
Hendrick.
it either.
But it is
I meant to
Rick.
hit something.
It is. I hit.
Ricky.
Yeah, it says Rick.
does say
That's why
Rick.
I hit it.
Well, okay. I get it.
But yeah, speaking of,
Well, I was going to say something about needing Kleenex. But that's true. The money is garbage, right? Because Kleenex is nothing but garbage. You throw it in the garbage. There's never one time where
Yes.
you're like, we're going to keep this Kleenex.
so
I've never heard anybody try to keep a Kleenex.
he re-signed multi-year with JTG.
Yeah. And the sponsor's gone, and we haven't had any updates. The sponsor's going somewhere over to Joe, and we don't know what car.
Joe
that's going on.
Gibbs took
Yeah.
this one.
Joe Gibbs is getting the Kroger sponsorship.
Wow.
But kind of JTG guy gave it to them? I don't know. New look for the generator this week, they said.
This looks good.
They went all black with the reflective numbers. I probably would love this, and the other pictures I've seen were nice, but the way the reflection is on the number, if the number is that color, I'm going to be upset. I don't like it. If that number is chrome, actually, and that's a bad reflection, I'm going to love it. So it's pretty simple, though, right?
Oh yes.
What are you going to say about it? Oh, the meat line? Call the meat line? What we talked about the meat line earlier.
This is for me. I can't find the right button.
Why don't you just push all of them?
It's my wrap of the week though.
Okay. I'm going to cut some of these off.
Yeah.
As a reptilian, so you want a wrap of the week.
Yeah, can you give me a wrap
Okay,
of
I'm
the
going
week?
to put it back. There you go.
Yes, this one is.
Yeah, there you go. The one that says of the
Nice.
week. Yeah, the one in the name.
Yes.
Okay, interesting call. Very simple scheme. I'm sure we could make it in a video game. Oh, I like this no matter when they drive it. It
Being
is
loose.
hot.
Yes.
You are not going to show me this thing with that chrome red number. Chrome, folks. Will you quit with that button? You just get on people's nerves. Please.
No.
Dear God. Yeah, there you go.
Wait. Can we hop back just for a second?
Hurry.
This guy is on the bubble. He's
Yes.
in as of right now. Had the accident this past week.
No.
But it's kind of weird to say that this deep into the season, not a win. He's kind
You
of
know
found
why?
the wins at the right times.
Because the 10.
But that scheme right there is similar to the scheme that he hit the Hell Melon with at Martinsville.
It is the Moose scheme. A little bit different this year.
Yes.
Do you think he pulls off another
think
magical entry?
I think he gets in on points.
Maybe.
And maybe gets a win in
There's
the
still
playoffs.
a few cars could win in. I'm not so sure they might not have 16 winners still. We still got, how many races before the playoffs?
5.
Yeah, it could happen. 3 spots. This guy has drove this the last 2 weeks, but it was red for patriotism. This week, no patriotism, just camo. Let's go. Still a hot car. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. Oh, just
My God.
Ty Dillon.
Did you see this?
Yeah, but
Wait, no.
no, this guy got a new ride.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Show up every once in a while. What about Ty Dillon?
How? Why they wait till like 2 days before the race to announce it?
Who?
Richard Childress just announced this yesterday or
Well,
the day
because it's
before?
Ty Dillon and nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
I care. Look, it's wrap of the week. The black and the gray, the chrome.
No.
Man, you don't like this?
No.
You voted for a black scheme yourself. It was all black.
I know.
Mine's the same, but I just got more silver. And you're a Titans fan.
Yeah, but
They
this
wrote
is,
Titan right on the side of
Well,
it.
this is like insurance or something. Titan Risk Solutions.
Yeah. It's like gambling.
Titan Trucks.
We'll show you how to risk your money. It's got trucking
Well-
and risk, and
All right.
it's different.
What position does Ty Dillon finish this weekend?
There's 39 cars entered into the race. I say Ty gets 30th.
30th?
30th place. That's my call. I was wrong last week about the 44 getting dead last. Broke my streak. I'm 3-1 now.
The 44.
Here's your last place car this week, I'm going to say. The 66 of B.J. McLeod. You know him?
What? Is there
He's got a lot of space on the car. and
is
he's
there
not making
any
use
is
of it.
there anything on this car? Or
There's
are my eyes
a
deceiving
decal
me?
on the hood that says like C&J Investment, I think. An investment company, a very small one apparently, bought the hood, and I'm betting. Now, one time Justin talked to somebody who was driving this car, I don't know if I should say who the driver was. The driver called Justin on the phone and told him how much to be on the hood in this particular car in this same kind of situation, no sponsorship. We were told $10,000 just for the hood for the 66 car. That was a couple years back. But I would bet that's some kind of deal like they got going here because it looks like a kind of a generic printed out logo.
It looks like a sticker.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, it seems like they would have put something like rent me or something, you know? Call this number.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm going to say he gets last, though. I don't even like the way the numbers look. I don't like the font of the numbers the more I stare at them. I'm like, you just turn nines upside down. Here's Jimmy.
Here we go.
39th entry.
How many races has he been in this year?
Oh,
Was it in the 500?
He was in the 5. He was in the 600. And two other. He was in, was he in Coda again this year?
Yeah, he went out first lap. That's right. Remember?
Was that this year?
Yep.
Yeah. And then one or two others.
Didn't do the
One
street
other.
race.
He did. He was going to, but then backed out for some reason.
Well,
But here he is. He's going to run Indy, the big boy. You know, this is one of the crown jewels, as they say, even though they've only been running it since the 90s. You know, it's up there with the Daytona 500, the Southern 500, and all those things. Who do you think, Jordan, gets a win this weekend?
Well,
you earlier said
I
you thought it would be the 5.
I'm sticking with that pick. I just think the extra time on this track, the laps, as long as he keeps his nose clean this week, the number 5 will be in victory circle.
Are you
But
positive?
I am excited about the race this weekend as long as it's not boring.
Well, of course. Who would want a boring race?
My dark horse pick
Who would you dark horse?
is probably the 45.
Ooh, it's a strong pick. Absolutely, but you know you're wrong about everything. Cause I also picked the 5, but my pick of the 5 is going to win, not yours. See how it's a little bit larger. So
Hey, that might be the first time we've ever had the same pick.
is it okay?
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, are you in the same boat as me? Extra laps on the track?
yeah, I think so. And just I think he's going to be extra hungry because of the whole Indy situation. He feels like he's got something he's got to make up, you know, and he's going to give it his all. But listen, I've got something you can make up, and that's free stuff. Absolutely free. Look at these prizes. No, don't look at those prizes. I lied about all of those prizes. Jordan, touch the button.
I didn't touch anything.
You turned this on and left it on.
I didn't do
and
it.
Yes, you did when you were pushing 20 buttons earlier. You turned on the reptilian of the week.
Hey, I'm just trying to.
I don't even. Can you turn it off
I'm
over
just
there?
trying to blend in.
Can you turn it off? Because I don't have it on mine. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, there's a whole nother graphic that has all of the stuff in it, and I don't know where the graphic is.
What is it? What are we looking for here?
Is it this? No, it's not this. But
No, that looks
by
like
the way,
that looks like me going to the
yeah,
track.
this is just some news you're not going to get anywhere else, guys. Brad Keselowski led a furry pride march this week out at Pocono. Brad's apparently into those furry things, and he's come out as very proud of it. It just seems like a weird thing to me. Maybe I didn't add it. Oh, I know what I did. I put it here because I'm a moron. Look at this. I put it under something old. Look at this free stuff we've actually got. You turned it off the moment I turned it on. All right, here it is. It's hard to see. Look what we've got. It's 750 subs on YouTube. You get that signed diecast. You get a giant taco. At 1,500 on Facebook, a Cora LaJoy signed car. 1,000 on YouTube. You get that one of a kind out of the Hendrick Museum. No one's ever owned it except Big Rick himself. Oh, my gosh, a picture of Kyle Busch's first win at California and our followers that hit 2,000 on Facebook. Get a Chase Elliott win and a Kyle Busch win diecast, both of them. Holy smackaronis. All you got to do is be entered to win by subbing and following and all those things, and we'll pick one of you. You don't even need money, right? It's shipped to you totally free. Jordan, you got anything to leave the people with before we clash out this episode to wrap it up?
It's been fun. I'm excited to go back to the Brickyard, but hey, stay tuned. We might get you some content. The Olympics are going on, and so
we'll see.
NASCAR's taking a couple weeks off, so we're going to go out and find some other content for you on the interwebs.
We'll see what we can do. Listen, if you're just bored out of your mind at this moment, we're going to end the show right now. But what's going to happen is we're going to come back live with not the show. Me and Jordan have started another show that's only aired once, and it was called Opening 1991 Max Race Cards Surprise Live. So this is going to be episode 2 of that. Justin doesn't care for the show. Okay, so the show is not available to be seen after it's aired. We're going to go live. You can watch it. It's a post show. We're going to open cards, talk about history of NASCAR, and look at stupid stuff and funny names and things. But it won't ever exist after it goes live. We'll have to lock it away because Justin says we're stupid. And we explained to him the point of the show, Opening 1991 Max Race Cards Surprise Live. The point, that's the full name of the show, was to be stupid.
We still have the 200 pack to give away.
Yeah, we kept that. Maybe we'll just open it. It's that's a whole third show.
No, let's just give it away.
Okay. Well, folks, we love every one of you. We appreciate you. I see some pics in there. Hopefully these save. I think I fixed it. If not, you might have to go back and post them in. But we'll be back live here in just a few minutes with a new episode of Opening 1991 Max Race Cards Surprise Live, Episode 2. Love all of you, baby. See you later. Bye.